start by saying that the only thing I have in my life, safety-wise, is my recovery network where I can share openly. Part of that is this YouTube channel, because if you look back on my former videos, they're super cringe, and I was just listening to some long-form content. Chris Williamson's show with Hamza, who's one of my great inspiration to me. And some of the things I got out of it were going back and reviewing old content, which even the thought of makes me cringe, but to assess and correct what I feel like my greatest version was missing out on. So that's what this is all about. Today's day fitness, like day 36 of this yoga and jam up session. I'm starting to, thanks to smoking, right? So every bad thing isn't necessarily bad. It's just our thoughts that make it so. So for me, the fact that today I had 3 or 4 cigarettes, I think I'm allowed to say that on YouTube. God, TikTok has me traumatized. That actually something good came about it. From all like the cringe posts and hashing that stuff out and resenting myself so much for being the guy that couldn't like just stay clean or just simply follow suggestions, or was in so much denial and self-deceit that it got bad. So fitness day 36, I don't even know, coming up on 5 weeks. So I've been smoking for 5 weeks, right? But I have not missed a day of closing my rings on my Apple Watch. That's dope. Life is really good today, and even when it's not, because I can share about it and not here to you, because some things aren't meant to be shared on social media. Well, another lesson I've learned. That's what a recovery network is for, and taking the suggestions of those rooms. If you don't consider yourself an addict, more power to you. I envy you. Part of me envies you. But I am fully surrendered in admitting of the fact that I am an addict. It can't even be covert and take shape of workaholism or working out addiction or what have you. But luckily today I've done enough excavation on myself to be okay with myself, right? I was even thinking about the NoFap thing. If you go way back, I did NoFap videos, but it was coming from this place of hating, punching myself in the gut, like, oh, you suck, you're so, you're such a terrible person. And yeah, man, I've come full circle since then. I took the suggestion of not getting in a relationship for a whole year. Now it's some months past that. But just now, my brain is healing itself. And I'll just say it, just now, my manhood works like normal again. After so many years of opioids and dibbling and dabbling, lefters, righters, uppers, downers, never raw dogging life. So I damn sure didn't belong in a relationship where I could do harm on somebody else. Hello, man, you look good today. How's it going? Good. Thank you for popping in. Scout Williams, what's up? Just talking about my recovery journey, how far I've come, and about to take this road trip with TikTok. The beauty of it, of having focused on shoppable content for so long, is now that that's brought me some runway, I really want to dial in, start waking up early and going live, because it'll be a nightmare to go live last thing at night. That'll be just like stepping back to bartending again, or waiting tables and then going to bed with a head full of mess. So hence the meditation journey I'm on. That just reminds me I need to start putting the Oak link down below. Oak meditation app, like the tree, OAK, life-changing, man. I've logged in so many hours. Not saying this, you look 25 and 40 at the same time. That's kind of the nicest thing that's everyone ever said to me. I am over 40, so it's still a compliment either way. So when I get my new grill next week, it's going to really be on. I literally, gifts of recovery, man. I'm getting my partial that goes on my implants like sometime in the next week, man. So it's just so much. But I'm still like very uncomfortable. You saw the title, Seeking Discomfort as a Way of Life. I missed the ice bath. I haven't been able to do that in a while, but somewhere along my travels, I'm going to find cold immersion. Or otherwise, maybe I'll just order one and sell it on TikTok. But the different story there. I have an ice maker. One of the guys from the recovery house just said, hey, what's your ice maker video link? He was thinking about me, so that's dope, because that's a $10 commission. So I shared it. Hello, ma'am, how are you? Okay today, good, okay, but it's me, Avery. What's up? It's me, Avery. Anyways, this is just a quick check-in, because I said I was going to start writing out bullet points, and it was on my heart to talk about that. I have zero safety in my life right now, and I'm just swimming in the dizziness of freedom. It's crazy. But this is what I want to do, like talk to cameras, work from my car, have time and location freedom, but it's only reliant on keeping my recovery first. So that's it. Without the gray hair, you would be looking very young. Thank you. Yeah, I used to diet. I used to have that like egotism and like think that it, like what other people gave a shit about mattered more than what I felt about myself. So it's kind of like my way of saying screw you to my own ego and reptile brain by just owning the salt and pepper, I guess. But anyways, this is going to be a short one because I do have to get home, meditate, and start to plan to move my stuff. I've also going to write out my agenda. Genuine question. What do you think about most people saying and following that once an addict, always an addict? Believing in change is only temporary. Okay, so the addict mindset will never leave us. Just like I previously said about it just rears its head in other ways. Our character defects will have children. And for me, it's turned into an obsession with working out, posting to the TikTok shop affiliate program obsessively, which paid off when something finally went viral. But now it's recently started to border on affecting my mental health. So I stepped away from it. And so even like recovery stuff can be an obsession, but I feel like you can't overdose on meetings. That's just my story, man. I had to go into those places, do the walk of shame, and I'm not like this recovery guru or anything like that by any means, but I take all the suggestions, and I see people that own businesses, have beautiful lives, they have the glow back in their eyes, they're getting put on their parents' freaking power of attorney because they stopped fucking up their lives for a good period of time. And when people see that you have a good track record, it's like they say about self-esteem. If you want to have self-esteem, do esteemable things. But I will always call myself an addict because if I don't, my ego will be allowed to creep in. If I say that I can somehow unlearn it. Hello, Angie Mendoza. Welcome, New Zealand. There's a 24-hour, that's neither here nor there, but there's some great stuff out of New Zealand, recovery-wise, on Zoom. If you, does it jiggle with maximum efficiency? Am I jiggling the camera? Anyways, I'm really, really grateful today. You can't be grateful and hateful at the same time. And like the recovery house guys are just really, man, it's really trying to think. I've been there for like over a year and a half, and my mind will tell me like, oh, nobody's taking this serious. But I used to be a shelter seeker in one of those places too. So maybe it's just time to spread my wings and move on. I don't want to talk about too much of that personal business here, but that's part of what this road trip is about, is to give myself some medicine for the soul. And I've still got 3 weeks till I leave anyways. So I'll be doing these to get in the habit of posting content again. And yeah, life is really good today, even when it's not, because I can share about it. Not necessarily in here, but I'm going to post links down below and the meditation app. I can also proudly say I've been meditating. I've been observing my thoughts, putting myself on timeout for over a month now. There was a point where I did it for a whole year because literally I felt like I could just like flip out on this guy. I was going to be very not spiritual towards a guy that reminded me of my former self in the recovery house. So, you know, everything's a catalyst. Even things that we think are undesirable can be turned into something good. That is true alchemy. Like with the freaking cigarettes, man. I feel awful about doing that, but I damn sure am not missing a yoga every day because I said so. I even said it publicly in a fellowship setting that, like, look, either the cigarettes are going to go or my body's going to break. And so since then, I've been working out every day, and I'm pretty stoked about that. Anyways, I just wanted to pop in real quick, start this practice of like writing out bullet points. Tomorrow, I'm going to bring my journal. I have the 369 Manifestation Journal. Yes, it is a product that I have made one commission on, but it's also just a banger book. It's an awesome product, and I highly recommend it. So, yeah, there's something to all that woo-woo stuff. Thank you all for stopping in. Approaching 10 minutes. Peace and love.